strong, and often fearsome predators, wolves wield immense power in the natural world. Proficient hunters can dispatch their prey with a single snap of their powerful jaws. Yet, when a pack of wolves found themselves trapped in ice, they relied on the aid of a passing man. However, it's the remarkable manner in which they reciprocated his kindness that truly astounds me. Yuri, a middle-aged resident of the Estonian wilderness, found solace amidst vast and picturesque forests teeming with diverse wildlife. The Parnu River, coursing through the heart of the woodland, provided a haven for myriad salmon. Yuri cherished the beauty of his surroundings, which constantly reminded him to appreciate the land that nurtured him. Skilled in hunting craft, Yuri regularly embarked on expeditions to trap and harvest various animals. He would transport his quarries to the market after successful hunts, where their flesh and hides found eager buyers. Yet, beyond the pursuit of profit, Yuri's foremost duty lay in the delicate balance of population control within the Estonian forests. As a steward of the wilderness, Yuri recognized the importance of managing animal populations to prevent unchecked growth from imperiling smaller species. Although he loved animals, Yuri understood that his job was essential for keeping the forest ecosystem balanced. He approached his task responsibly, knowing that it was necessary to maintain harmony in nature. As winter approached, the gradual descent of temperatures ushered in a chilling transformation across the landscape. Ice began to creep across the ground, signaling the onset of the season's icy grip. With each passing day, daylight dwindled, surrendering to the enveloping darkness of lengthening nights. Before long, the once rapid currents of the Parnu River succumbed to the frigid embraces of winter, gradually succumbing to a layer of frost. Initially, only the river's edges bore the weight of the freezing touch, but as the cold tightened its grip, a delicate yet treacherous veneer of clear ice blanketed its surface. The frozen river looked safe to walk on, but it was hazardous. Even though it seemed solid, the ice was fragile and could break easily. If you stepped on it, you could fall into the freezing water below, which could be risky. Keenly aware of the dangerous conditions that befell the frozen river during winter, Yuri took great care to steer clear of its icy grip while on hunting excursions. However, fate intervened as he traversed the forest searching for his next quarry. Amidst the tranquil landscape, an unexpected sight caught his attention. 3 shadowy figures standing resolutely amidst the frozen expanses of the river. Yuri was surprised to see the animals on the dangerous ice, even though animals usually know it's risky. Walking closer to the river, he realized 3 tiny wolf cubs were stuck on the ice. Yuri was surprised that the wolf cubs hadn't fallen into the icy river. Despite his past as a hunter, Yuri harbored no malice towards the creatures. His actions aimed to maintain ecological balance. Faced with the plight of the vulnerable cubs, Yuri's compassionate nature prevailed, prompting him to take immediate action. Yuri plunged into the freezing waters without hesitation, determined to save the imperiled cubs from their perilous predicament. Each step forward tested his resolve as the biting cold seeped through his clothing, stealing his breath with each icy embrace. Yet undeterred by the discomfort, Yuri pressed on, propelled by an unwavering determination to rescue the stranded cubs from their icy prison. As Yuri waded through the freezing waters towards the stranded wolf cubs, he couldn't shake the feeling that their mother was watching closely, her protective instincts undoubtedly heightened by a human intruder. Despite the potential danger, Yuri held fast to his principle of never harming a wolf accompanied by its offspring. Upon reaching the immobilized cubs, Yuri gathered them gently into his arms, shielding them from the icy currents that threatened to engulf them. Yet as he cradled the young wolves, unease settled over him. Unlike their usual spirited nature, the cubs remained eerily calm and passive, which struck Yuri as distinctly unusual. Even though the wolf cubs didn't seem injured, Yuri was worried about them. He took them to the vet to ensure they were okay and get any help they needed. Upon examination, the veterinarian determined that the wolf cubs suffered from low blood pressure, accounting for their unusually calm demeanor. Administering appropriate medication to alleviate their condition, the vet advocated for a cautious approach, advising that the cubs be kept under observation overnight to monitor their progress before reuniting with their mother in the forest the following day. Before letting them go, the vet put small GPS chips in the cubs to ensure their safety. This way, researchers could track where the cubs went and learn more about how they behave in the wild. As Yuri unlatched the cage, allowing the wolf cubs their newfound freedom, they turned their gaze towards the hunter. offering a silent gesture of gratitude by bowing their heads. With a sense of purpose, they bounded away in search of their awaiting mother, her presence a comforting certainty in the dense forest. Meanwhile, Yuri returned to his usual activities, hardly thinking about what had happened. But deep in the quiet forest, the mother wolf happily greeted her cubs, showing them how much she missed them with her loving licks and gentle cuddles. As the wolf family disappeared into the forest, the cubs looked back one last time, silently thanking their rescuer. Even though they couldn't see him anymore, they would never forget how he had helped them. His kindness gave them hope in the wild. As the years passed, Yuri found himself again immersed in the depths of the forest, navigating its labyrinth paths amidst a swirling snowstorm. Memories of the cubs had faded into the recesses of his mind, resurfacing only fleetingly during moments spent near the river's edge, where the echoes of his past heroisms still lingered. But Yuri couldn't think about those memories now. He had to focus on surviving. Even though the cold and snow made it hard to see and feel, Yuri kept moving forward. He didn't notice how cold he was. He only cared about finding food to survive. Yuri followed his instincts. Even though the wind and snow didn't stop, he tried hard, but the storm made it tough for him, hiding the way and losing his direction among the trees. As the storm kept going, Yuri started to feel less determined. He shivered from the cold, feeling it deep in his bones. With every step, Yuri felt weaker, his vigorous walk turning into a slow shuffle as he struggled through the icy forest. Yuri's hope started fading away. He felt trapped with no escape. Why did he venture into the forest in such terrible weather? As he stumbled and fell hard on the ground, the biting cold rendered him unable to stand again. Yuri's body went numb, devoid of sensation. Shivering violently, he feared his imminent demise. Yet amidst the bleak whiteness of the snow, 3 silhouettes emerged. Yuri closed his eyes, accepting his fate, convinced he would perish in that spot. Yet as he lay there, 3 animals approached and nestled beside him, offering warmth. Gradually, sensation returned to his body, comforted by the soft fur enveloping him like a blanket. Drifting into sleep, his mind filled with unanswered questions and swirling thoughts. The relentless snow eventually subsided as the hours wore on, granting Yuri a reprieve from its icy embrace. Startled awake, he found himself again in the quiet aftermath of the storm, surprisingly unfazed by the lingering chill in the air. Glancing around, he beheld a remarkable sight: 3 wolves seated nearby, their striking markings instantly recognizable. A rush of memories flooded Yuri's mind as he realized these were the wolves that he had rescued from the river years ago. Overwhelmed by gratitude and connection, he extended his hand towards them. Yuri was happy when the wolves let him pet them gently. In that calm moment in the quiet forest, he felt comforted by the strong connection between him and the wolves. As Yuri traversed through the forest, the wolves caught wind of his scent and remembered him from their past encounter. Sensing his distress, they reciprocated his kindness by huddling around him, sharing their warmth. Without their timely intervention, Yuri's fate would have been grim, and this tale would have ended tragically. However, thanks to the wolves, Yuri not only survived, but also gained a deeper appreciation for the wonders of nature and the bond between humans and animals. After that experience, Yuri hardly hunted anymore. Instead, he explored alternative methods for managing the animal population, such as segregation or relocating them to different forests in Estonia. Occasionally, as he strolled through the majestic forests, Yuri would re-encounter the 3 wolves. Their presence brought him joy, and he cherished their companionship, filled with gratitude for the creatures that had saved his life. Now, the stage is yours. We're intrigued to know your take on this extraordinary narrative. How did it resonate with you? Additionally, what are your insights on wolves and their behavior? Lastly, envisioning yourself in Yuri's shoes, how would you have responded if the wolves similarly reciprocated your kindness? As always, we eagerly await your feedback, so don't hesitate to share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below.